there. We're going to do a psalm of gratitude. We're not going to use anything, talismans, perfumes, any of that. We're just going to use the psalm. And you can use talismans and perfumes if you like, though. This one here, Psalm 66, it's an alternative psalm to Psalm 150. So one thing that is a smart idea is if you are when you get success from your magic, you want to do some gratitude. And if you're using psalms for your magic, it makes sense to use psalms for your gratitude. And so Psalm 66 is an alternative to Psalm 150 to use when your magic has yielded results. You can also use any of these psalms of gratitude to speed up your results as well. All right, so we're gonna just go through it once as the incantation, and then we'll go ahead and get deep into each line and plant those seeds. All right, Psalm 66. Make a joyful noise unto God, all ye lands. Sing forth the honor of his name. Make his praise glorious. Say unto God, how terrible art thou in thy works. Through the greatness of thy power shall thine enemies submit themselves unto thee. All the earth shall worship thee, and shall sing unto thee. They shall sing to thy name, Selah. Come and see the works of God. He is terrible in his doing toward the children of men. He turned the sea into dry land. They went through the flood on foot. There did we rejoice in him. He ruleth by his power forever. His eyes behold the nations. Let not the rebellious exalt themselves. Selah. O bless our God, ye people, and make the voice of his praise to be heard, which holdeth our soul in life, and suffereth not our feet to be moved. For thou, O God, hast proved to us, thou hast tried us, as silver is tried. Thou brought us into the net, thou laidst affliction upon our loins. Thou hast caused men to ride over our heads. We went through fire and through water, but thou brought us into the wealthy place. I will go into thy house with burnt offerings. I will pay thee my vows, which my lips have uttered, and my mouth hath spoken when I was in trouble. I will offer unto thee burnt sacrifices of fatlings with the incense of rams. I will offer bullocks with goats. Selah. Come and hear, all ye that fear God, and I will declare what he hath done for my soul. I cried unto him with my mouth, and he was extolled with my tongue. If I regard iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me. But verily God hath heard me. He hath attended to the voice of my prayer. Blessed be God, which hath not turned away my prayer, nor his mercy from me. All right. So let's go through this and see what we can do as far as getting even greater results by planting these seeds. So make a joyful noise unto God, all ye lands. Okay, so first of all, who are the lands? Everything in the Psalms magically are parts of your consciousness, states of consciousness. So the lands inside your head, meaning all of your goals, all of your personality, all of y'all, every bit of you. We are saying make a joyful noise unto God, all of you. So what that means is to make a joyful noise. Yeah, you can sing and all of that. That's fine in the physical realm, but magically, it means that all your thoughts are thoughts of joy, that all of your thoughts are joyful noises unto God, and that those vibrations, noise means vibrations, that those vibrations of joy will completely transform you and will completely break free and demolish anything that is unlike themselves. So making a joyful noise unto God is living in the vibration of joy. Noise means vibration. Sing forth the honor of his name, make his praise glorious. Okay, so singing forth, again, that is creating a vibration. not to say you can't sing with your physical voice, but singing forth in a magical sense means creating a vibration, starting a vibration out. The honor of his name make his praise glorious. The name of something in a magical perspective means the nature of something. So singing forth the honor of his name and make his praise glorious, the honor of his name, to reconsider and to bring about the vibrations of the qualities of God, perfect, infinite life, the life principle, the soul, the principle of soul, the principle of spirit, the principle of infinite intelligence, the principle of perfect truth, ultimate truth, the principle of infinite perfect love, all the principles of divinity. And you can come up with your own, right? Joy, beauty, all of that. So singing forth the honor of his name, making his praise glorious, praising all of those qualities which are within you. That's how you do that. It's not just, oh God, you're great, you're so great. That's not what this is about. That's not a magical way of doing it. So you got to actually go deeper than that. You're not just praising some external deity. You are thinking and considering of all of what the name of God is, all of the parts of God, the nature of God, all of those aspects of divinity, and praising those within you, creating a vibration, setting up that vibration to move forth throughout your life. Okay? Say unto God, how terrible art thy say unto God, how terrible art thou in thy works. Through the greatness of thy power shalt thine enemies submit themselves unto thee. Terrible meaning intense, meaning powerful, not terrible meaning horrible. The vibrations that you're setting up are intense, and the greatness of the power of those vibrations will make the enemy thought forms within you submit themselves to that vibration. That is called the principle of resonance. It's like when you clap in a room and you hear an echo. That echo is the response, the resonant response of the clap. All of your mind will respond in resonance to the vibrations that you're setting up. And that's how your enemy thought forms will submit themselves unto God. That means that they will just be tuned into it. They will start to vibrate at that frequency and fall away. Anything that's negative will fall away of its own weight. The evil will destroy itself. All the earth shall worship thee and shall sing unto thee. So all the earth means all of your manifest experiences, all of your circumstances, all of your conditions, singing unto thee. Singing meaning vibrating. So all of these vibrations are now put into motion, and all of your manifest experiences will start to take on that vibration. They shall sing to thy name, Selah. Again, thy name meaning the nature of God, creating all of the vibrations of those qualities of God which you want to consider. And then you'll start seeing the manifest conditions of your life vibrating in tune with that. Selah means think about this. Think on these things. Meditate. Take a moment. Think about it. Come and see the works of God. He is terrible in his doing toward the children of men. Again, terrible meaning powerful. The works of God are those vibrations. The works of God, those vibrations create results, cause and effect. So his doing toward the children of men mean your thoughts, mean your projects, mean your circumstances, mean all of the things in your life. So before you've been trying to do things by yourself, now you're setting up a divine vibration, and you're going to come and see the works of God. You're going to come see how that vibration just turns everything into what it needs to be. And it's a beautiful thing. He turned the sea into dry land. They went through the flood on foot. There did we rejoice in him. So again, this is, these Psalms were, they wrote them in a way that they will be in line with their own religion and their own mythology. And there's that myth of Moses taking his people through the sea, right? And so that's what that is referring to from a religious point of view. But from a metaphysical and magical point of view, turning the sea into dry land, going through the flood on foot, means everything that appears to be a problem for you when you set up the vibration that we're talking about, it literally parts the Red Sea for you. Yeah, you don't have to worry like how you can't part the Red Sea, but the vibrations will do it for you. You couldn't do it by yourself. You can say, okay, Red Sea, part. That wouldn't work. But when you set up these vibrations that we're talking about, it happens automatically. It happens automatically for you. And you just walk to your, quote, promised land. And then there did we rejoice in him. It's through that rejoicing that everything is perfect. Everything is working out so perfectly for you that it, again, it quickens it. It gets you your results faster. So if you've already seen manifestations, then this is making those things more permanent, making sure that they stay with you. And if you haven't quite seen your manifestations yet, these are quickening it. These thoughts. He ruleth by his power forever. His eyes behold the nations. Now God's power is infinite. There's nothing to thwart God's power. God's eyes, what God sees only truth. So when God rules by power and his eyes behold the nations, that means no matter what, all the nations in you are all the different areas of life, all the different thought forms, all the different parts of you, both that which is real and that which is illusory, that which is the way God created you to be, and that the way, and also the ways that you're trying to separate yourself from God and to do your own weird stuff. Okay, he sees all of it, but he only sees truth. He sees through the lie only to truth. So let not the rebellious exalt themselves. So that means by recognizing that God will see through the falsity and see through the truth, you have a nice reassurance there that those rebellious parts of yourselves can't exalt themselves if you are focusing your mind on the fact that God will see the truth. God will see the truth, and God will see you through it. So you don't have to let those rebellious parts of yourself take over anymore. You don't have to get into those spheres. You don't have to go into those rushing around in circles, trying to solve your problems in ways that never work. You don't have to read book after book after book trying to figure out what you're going to do with your life. You don't have to do any of that anymore. You just have to know that God's eyes will see through the truth, and he will rule by his power, meaning that the infinite part of you, that infinite part of your consciousness, knows what to do, how to do it, and you can relax in the fact that it's being done. You no longer allow those rebellious parts of yourself to try to fight with God, to try to take over and to do God's job for him. O bless our God, ye people, and make the voice of his praise to be heard. Every little part of you are instructing every part of your mind to bless God and make the voice of his praise to be heard. Praise, 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 praise. And again, you're not praising an external deity. You're not making supplications to an external deity. You are recognizing that part of you which is connected with the infinite, right? And by blessing that part of you and praising that part of you, you make that connection, your realization of that connection stronger and stronger and stronger. So the more you are aware of your oneness, the more the more God's power works through your life, and that the problems resolve themselves. And so this is, again, we know this is already true, but remember, when you do a spell and you get success, you don't want it to feel temporary. You want to know that that's permanent. And this is why these kinds of psalms are so important, because they make it permanent. Which holdeth our soul in life, and suffereth not our feet to be moved. Again, you're not going to be moved. You're not going to be thwarted by those old fears anymore. You're going to keep your poise. You're going to keep your assurance. Your faith is very firm that all is well in your world, and you're going to feel that where it says holdeth our soul in life, that the awareness of the life principle within you is enough so that you do not need to be moved. You do not need to go flit from thing to thing to thing anymore, figuring out what am I going to do, what am I going to do, how am I going to do it. You don't have to worry about that anymore. That is over. Those ways are gone. You're constantly grounded in the truth that infinite intelligence knows exactly what to do, loves you. There's nothing to worry about. Okay, so for thou, O God, hast proved us. Thou hast tried us as silver is tried. So God has already proven you, and to try you like silver, meaning that you're going to that everything that is unlike those principles of divinity that we are aligning ourselves with is gone. Is gone. Thou brought us into the net. Thou hast laid affliction upon our loins. Now this is not necessarily so much a projection that God did this to you. This is more like, I'm going to claim all of the hard-won understandings of truth, all of those initiations that I've gone through. I'm claiming the benefits of those. All of that hard work that I've been doing in the gym of life, I'm going to claim those benefits. I'm going to claim those muscles. I'm going to claim all of that, and none of my quote suffering will be wasted. Now, we know that we don't have to go through suffering to get those strengths, but at the same time, what we did go through, we're claiming the benefits of it. There's good that will come out of everything, right? So those initiations that we've gone through, we claim them, we own them, we're grateful for what we got out of them, and we realize we don't have to go through that anymore to get the benefits, but that doesn't mean that those benefits still aren't there. Thou hast caused men to ride over our heads. We went through the fire and through the water, but thou hast brought us out into a wealthy place. Through those initiations, we were initiated by fire, we were initiated by water. Remember, fire and water together create air, and then after the air, right? So that makes steam. When fire and water interact upon one another, it makes steam. So that's the element of air. And when the fire and when the water has been consumed by and the steam is all gone, what's left over is the earth. So all four elements are implied when you go through fire and water. So you've been initiated through fire, water, air, and earth, and brought into a wealthy place. It's already happened. All of your needs are met. All of your desires are fulfilled. I will go into thy house with burnt offerings. I will pay thee my vows. So this is important. If you want your blessings permanent, you pay your vows to God. How do you pay your vows to God? By remembering them, by creating the habit of coming back to the remembrance of what are the qualities of God: infinite life, infinite love, infinite soul, infinite spirit, infinite intelligence, infinite truth, infinite beauty, infinite principle, right? Constantly thinking of those things, not the comings and goings of the mortal world. That's how you pay your vows. Now, which my lips have uttered, and my mouth hath spoken when I was in trouble, right? So when you were in trouble, you said, you did some psalms, or you did some sort of magic, and you got your mind in order, you got your thoughts in right alignment with the universe, and you got your problem solved. So you're not going to stop doing those things, because all that'll do is bring the problems again, right? So say you lost 150 pounds by eating well. That doesn't mean that you can't have a treat every now and then, but you're not going to go back to your old eating ways. You're not going to gain that weight again, right? Same thing with here. When your problems have been solved, you're going to stay on the beam which solved the problems. And that's how you make things permanent. I will offer unto thee burnt sacrifices of fatlings with the incense of rams. I will offer bullocks with goats. Selah. Obviously, we do not do that. This is symbolic. Back in the day, yeah, they did do animal sacrifice because they thought that that's how they could show their gratitude, and that's fine. But you don't need to do that. But it's saying that you're going to do things through works. And you're going to take a part of all of your wealth. Back then it was fatlings and rams and bullocks and goats. That was considered your wealth. That was your currency. Now we have other kinds of currency. So this is actually teaching you how to tithe. It's teaching you, if you want permanent results, you're going to take a part of all of your good and you're going to give it back to God. And the way you do that is by supporting financially. That's one of the ways that you can do it. Also supporting with works, volunteering your time where you feel like it's necessary, giving your money to the works of God, wherever God is being, wherever, when I say God, I mean good, wherever the good is being done. So this can be charity, this can be, technically tithing is giving 10% of your income to the place where you receive your spiritual food. But don't let anybody tell you where to tithe. But I would definitely use the forms of wealth in this world as a means by which to make your blessings permanent. Make sure that you do give your money. Give money. And time, whatever currency you have, time and money are the two biggest currencies. So that's what this is about, offering bullocks and goats and rams and things like that. No, he doesn't want you to do that. But what this is saying is, don't put your money where your mouth is. You're going to make it permanent by making sure that you include God. You're spiritualizing all of your avenues of wealth, right? So whatever you can do to give back, that's what it's telling you to do. Come and hear, all ye that fear God, and I will declare what he hath done for my soul. So all ye that fear God, again, is respecting God and respecting those principles, just like we respect the principles of anything, electricity and aerodynamics, all of those things. You got to respect them in order to use them. And I will declare what he hath done for my soul. So all of those questioning parts of your own consciousness need to be reminded again and again and again that it's already been done. There's no longer anything to fear, and now we are in a phase of gratitude so that we can make these things permanent. I cried unto him with my mouth, and he was extolled with my tongue. Right? So again, everything that comes out of your mouth needs to be on the same vibration as to that which you want to occur. You can't expect to go and do a piece of magic and have your problem solved or your desire fulfilled and go back to your old ways of bitching, moaning, and complaining. Don't do that. All it's going to do is undo all of your good, and you're going to put yourself on the cycle of oh God help me, oh God help me. That's not how it works. Do your magic and then change your way of being to make it permanent. So make sure that your mouth, again, put your money where your mouth is. Make sure your mouth is speaking words, and also your virtual mouth, your mind, speaking words that are in alignment with that which you desire and that which you want to stay, that which you want to keep. If I regard iniquity with my heart, the Lord will not hear me. It's just real clear there. The more you regard that which is not what you want, you're turning your face away from that which is divinity in you. But verily God hath heard me. He hath attended to the voice of my prayer. It's already happened. It's that the nature of God is responsiveness. Remember that. Anytime you turn your attention toward these principles of divinity, they respond to you. That's the way it works. When you plug the lamp into the wall, the current is there. The current is already there. Then you just got to turn on the light, right? So the current is always available for you And that is the fact that your prayer is always answered. It's just science. You plug yourself in. There's nothing like, God's not like saying, well, maybe I will, maybe I won't. God is that current that is constantly there for you. Blessed be God, which hath not turned away my prayer, nor his mercy from me. Right? So that's the nature of God, is to constantly be present. The presence of God never goes away. It is we that pull the plug. So we want to constantly be plugged into that beam of God, and we do that by acknowledging it. Blessed be God. Blessed be. Blessed be. That's our phrase. Blessed be. God's never turned away my prayer. So the infinite intelligence knows only the answer, and can't turn away your prayer. It's not part of the quality of the principle of what God is. God is that ultimate life force, that ultimate life principle. There is no such thing as turning away, because you are one with it. Being a child of God means being a God. So you are operating on the same principles as the creative energy that created you to begin with. You are the same kind of critter. You're the same creature. So there's no way that God's going to turn away its prayer. I mean, your prayer from him or her or it, because that's not possible. That's not how it was created. So as long as you're tuned in, as long as you're plugged into it, the mercy of God is assured. And that's your doing, not God's doing. God's always there. God, that current never ceases. It's always there. All right, well, let's make these blessings permanent. And if you haven't gotten the blessings to manifest, this psalm will get it there. Just do it. Do it. And you can repeat these things again and again and again and again and again until it becomes habitual. And then you'll really see some movement in the right direction. Love working with you. You're amazing. I can't wait to work with you again. Blessed be.